Yo, hello. How are we? How's it going? Hold on 1 second. Let me just get comfortable here. Yeah, I don't go live too often ever. Actually, I haven't done this for ages, so I figured I will come and say hello and speak to everyone and see what people want to talk about. Remember, though, I am a projector, so if you want me to say something, you have to ask a question. You can't just expect me to riff like that. But yeah, like, cool. Hello. How's it going? Hi, Gregor. How you doing? How's it going? Thank you for the roses. Love that. Giving me roses. I don't know what they do, by the way. I really rarely use the live feature, so I'm not sure what it does, but thank you. I assume it's good, so I appreciate it. Hello. How are you? How's it going? How are we? You followed me because of the psychedelic video. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm having a blessed day. I am. What do I think about hell and heaven? They're here now. So they're states of being. So they're states of consciousness you can achieve. The kingdom of heaven is literally within you. So, it gives me little money. It boosts my life. Thank you, then. I appreciate it. But yeah, heaven and hell are within you. So it's states of being. That's what I'm saying about rebuilding heaven. That's what we're doing. Can you hear me okay? How's the audio? There might be a low hum coming off of this computer. I can move the thing if that's needed. Oh, it's great. Okay, cool. So yeah, like basically heaven and hell are states of being. They're places that you can go within your own self. Oh, someone joined my fan club. Thank you. So how can we join the community? Your messages won't get through. What, your Discord? What do you mean your messages won't get through? Your messages should come through. What's my take on eating seafood? Yeah, it's the same as meat. Like, you're not a fish, you're a shark. You're a person who is designed in a very specific way with a very specific physiology. And so eating creatures that are in the sea and on the land is basically insane. But you get conditioned when you're a kid. They put it in like chicken nugget shapes and put breading on it and then go, here you go, here's a chicken nugget. And you're like, oh, chicken nugget, barbecue sauce, ketchup. But actually, that's how they get you. And then as you get older, like I never used to like eating like real meat. They always had to get me to eat like chicken nuggets. And even then, I didn't really like it. I was like born vegan, never liked butter, never liked dairy, never liked any of that. But that's what they do. They teach you when you're a kid to eat like novelty, to make it fun. But really, it's like, it's disguising what it really is. So yeah, definitely avoid seafood in the same way that you would avoid meat. There's no benefit to the human system to eating flesh and meat. There is no benefit. The reason that people lift weights and feel good because they pump their animals full of steroids. You have to understand this. Anyone who is eating meat every day is on steroids. Literally. Most of the world is on steroids. This is how it is. This is why people are all crazy. Because they're all on steroids. That's what eating meat is. So they're like, yeah, eat meat, get strong, go gym. Like, there is a strength factor to consuming protein. I'm not denying that. But there's steroids in the meat. So just be aware of that. You're like, if you're eating meat, you're on steroids. Hello, Renee. Hi, hello. Hello. On private, it says it's a violation every time you message me. That's interesting. Violation how? It's because I'm going to awaken you too much. Hence the worship of... Yeah, you don't worship that. You want to quit, how do you do it? You keep doing it until you don't want to do it anymore. That's what and I'm speaking as someone with an extensive experience with addictions and stuff. If you want to quit an addiction, don't force it away. You can't force it away. You're going to think about it all day, every day. You're going to keep thinking about it. What you need to do is do it until you don't want to do it anymore. It's there for a reason. It's trying to show you things. My addictions have always been my salvation, and I wouldn't be who I am without those. And mine were really intense, let's put it that way. So, like, really intense. So I would say, I do say, that is the way to quit. That's the only way to be free of it. If you want to be free of it, you can quit or you can be free of it. If you quit early, before it's done with you, basically the addiction, before the addiction is done with you, then you're going to be thinking about it all the time. You're going to always, people go to AA meetings for the rest of their lives because they keep thinking about alcohol and they can't stop thinking about alcohol. But to be free of it, you have to do it so much. I did it so much and so intensely, everything. I was doing loads of stuff, like just crazy stuff. And the only way that the reason I got free of it is because I did it so much and so intensely that I couldn't do it anymore physically. I took it so far that it was done. I was done with it. I completed it. And that's how you beat addiction. You don't dance around it. You do it until you don't want it anymore. You saw the real mastermind of the universe. Do I know who he is? I do not. Who is he? Is smoking blocking you? Well, you can answer that question. You probably already know the answer if you consult yourself. Do I know anything about ley lines? Not really. I know that you can get your astrocartography map read, but I think the ley lines are like fixed points, whereas the astrocartography map will give you your own unique lines through the world. So you can check that out. Chicken nugget. God is probability. Yeah, you're talking about the Tao. You're talking about all things. Not God, as in the creator, which is within the confines of the Tao. Do you know what I mean? So the Tao would be the flow of everything. There's nothing outside of the Tao. But there is then you have God, like the higher up, and then outside of that is the Tao. So it's like the Tao, and then the God is the creator, and he created the earth, and that's who created us, kind of thing. So is it good to throw up? It depends what you got in your stomach. Like if it's acids, then yes, very good. Don't want to keep those in there. How do I recommend starting to change your diet towards foods that are nourishing? You stop eating all animal products and you stop eating all fats. And you eat carbohydrates. You eat bread, rice, pasta, sugar, juices, and fruits. That's what you do. And what that will do is it will get the fats slowly out of your body, because you have to get to the point where you can handle fruits and sugars. But if you've got fats and oils in your body, you're not going to be able to do that. It's going to interact and cause more problems. So that's why you use carbohydrates to flush everything through. And it takes like 6 months to transition. Don't try and rush it. I post videos of what I eat and people are like, oh, I started it and now I'm hungry, or started it and I'm uncomfortable. I say, yeah, because you didn't transition. I've been doing this for years and I've done the transition a bunch of times because I've been experimenting with food and stuff. But you really do have to transition. It takes like 6 months. So be patient. Don't rush it. Biggest addiction in the uni is eating. Eating is the biggest addiction in the world. Yeah, eating food, especially cooked food. Raw food is different. Fruits, nuts, greens, raw food, that is different. But cooked food, like rice and even rice, it's okay during transition. I'm not demonizing anything, by the way. You have to recognize how deeply addicted that people are and then recognize what it takes to transition. I'm not going to, if I say a food is bad here, don't take it as like, oh, everyone can't have it. You have to see where you are and move over towards the ideal. How can you actually be healthy when eating only fruit? So basically, health isn't necessarily about what you consume. It's about how freely the life force energy can flow through your body. There's energy in the ether, cosmic life force energy, literally like a cosmic soup all around us. And blockages in your body prevent you from connecting with it and using it. So as you get the blockages out, you don't need as much external food because you're existing on that etheric life force. But if you have a bunch of oil and paint inside your body, because oil is like paint, that's like basically blocking it. So if you consume a bunch of oil and fats, it blocks it, and then you're reliant on nutrition. So you'll be reliant on like meat and protein and dense things like that. And so it's really important to recognize what it takes to get the oils and fats out. And that's why you use carbohydrates to transition. You transition with carbohydrates. And as you transition with carbohydrates, the oils and fats start leaving, and then you'll naturally want more hydration, and then you'll move towards fruits. And as you do that, you'll get more in touch with that etheric energy, and you'll see how nutrition is a bunch of lies, and you don't really need that. You don't need protein. You do need a bit of protein, but there's protein in fruit. You really don't need much. The human mother's breast milk is the lowest percentage protein out of any mammal. We need less protein than any other animal. You don't need 100 grams of protein a day. You don't need to eat animal flesh. Anything that you have to cook to make palatable isn't necessarily the best food. And many of it isn't food at all. Like potatoes and stuff, you can argue. Butternut squash, like winter vegetables, you can argue. But stuff like meat, that's not food. Oh, sorry, there's a lot of comments. So if I don't read your comment or answer your question, I'm sorry, but there's a lot. And I just accidentally clicked a button and skipped through a bunch. You heard a girl passed away from juicing. That sounds like absolute propaganda to me. And the only way that could ever happen, is if you were so overloaded with toxins that you detox yourself way too quickly and the body tried to chuck out too much at once. But that, like a girl, you say a girl, so that sounds like someone younger than 30. There's no way. I don't believe that at all. That sounds like nonsense. It's just like the thing with Steve Jobs. People say about Steve Jobs, oh, wasn't Steve Jobs a fruitarian? It's like, yes, he was. But there's also a difference between eating fruit and cleaning your body. If you eat a bunch of bananas and a bunch of dates, your body's never really going to clean itself in the same way that it would if you like do a juice fast and do the process properly. There's a difference. There's intentional cleaning, and then there's just eating fruit. It's a different thing. Just as a little side comment there. I wanted to say that for a while. You've been 100% raw for 3 months. That's good. How do you feel? Sorry, if I don't see your reply, it's because there are a lot of comments. I couldn't possibly get to all of them. But hopefully everyone can benefit from me answering questions. Wow, there's like 100 messages every 20 seconds. Yeah, sorry if I don't read your comment. Water fast or juice fast? Juice fast. 100% juice fast. Because if you water fast, number one, you're going to be bored. You're going to be so bored. Imagine that, water fasting. How long are you going to do that for, realistically? What are you going to do with yourself, realistically? But juice fasting is different because you're still consuming calories and energy, and the water is living. Most people, when they water fast, they use like dead water. People do it with bottled water or distilled water or even tap water. I've seen people do it with. None of that is alive. That's all dead water, even distilled, even though it's clean. Living fruit water, H3O2, is the best thing to do it with. That's why you need to get a juicer. If you get a juicer and start juicing the fruit, you'll have energy all day, more than usual, actually. This is what I'm trying to convey to people. You'll have more energy than usual, and you'll be healthy, and you'll be able to live your life while you clean yourself. So juice fasting all the way. And you have to recognize that the problem is dehydration. The problem is mucus and dehydration. So when you get that mucus out, you get the mucus out by rehydrating it. And with water, you're going to drink about 2 liters a day, and you're going to be like, I don't really like it. Who wants to drink water anyway? As you drink water, and it's like it's gross. Like, I never drink water ever. People are always surprised by that. Never ever. Only coconuts and fruits. So if you juice fast, it's much better, way better, like 100 times better. Like, just get a juicer. That's the best invention of all technology, is a juicer, and then start juicing. And then people say like, oh, there's not enough fiber in the juice. It's like, don't worry about that. You can handle it. As long as you clean your body properly, your body can handle like the blood sugar spikes. The only reason you wouldn't be able to handle a blood sugar spike, which it is a blood sugar spike, but I'm doing that because people refer to it as a negative. If you have a bunch of blockages in your body, then a blood sugar spike isn't necessarily good for you because your body won't be able to process it. But if you have a cleaner body, you can have as much sugar as you want. It doesn't matter. That's the whole point. A good gauge for how clean you are is how much sugar you can handle. If you have a big sugar tank, you're doing all right. And I don't mean cookies and cakes either. I mean pure sugar, fat-free. Cookies and cakes have butter, eggs, and oil and stuff in them. Reading one by one. Yeah, I'm kind of not really though, because there's so many comments. I'm really sorry if I don't get to your comment. How did I realign my Atlas? It's called Atlas Prophylax or Atlas Prophylax. Google it. Atlas Prophylax. Profilax. You love my painting my body analogy. I didn't make it up. I won't take the credit for it. It come from the man. But because that's what. And for a while, I was like, "What is that? What is paint? What do you mean?" Like he always just said, pointing at paints, and you paint, paint, paint. And then I was like, oh, "What is that?" And then eventually, I realized what it was. What do I eat in a day? At the moment, I don't. I'm just drinking juice. No, I got that's watermelon juice. I just made this about 40 minutes ago. I made about a gallon. Ooh, wet. Yeah, I made about a gallon. I bought 10 watermelons off of this market. Went to the fruit market. I bought 10 watermelons off of the guy. How would someone stop leaking spinal fluid through the nose? That's not spinal fluid. It's mucus, probably. It's not like fluid. Like many fluids that you have in your body aren't supposed to be there anyway. You're supposed to have blood and lymph, and I guess bone marrow kind of counts because it's like fluidy, and then mucus, which is a defense mechanism. Like if you eat something you're not supposed to, your body's going to make mucus so it can protect itself. So that's what mucus is. People say, "Oh, you need mucus to live." Yeah, you do. If you're eating the wrong food, your body needs to be able to make mucus, but you don't need to have it in your body. You don't need dry mucus in your body. Thoughts on dried sunflower shell seeds? Yeah, they're high in fat, so you would want to avoid those. But they're okay. They're not. It's not the worst thing ever. It's a natural seed. Hemp seeds are the best seed. If you're going to eat a seed, hemp seeds, 100%, no doubt. Am I going to juice fast forever? No, I'm not. I actually find it really. I recognize the necessity of it, but I don't necessarily like. I like eating food. I do. Everyone likes eating food. That's not like I'm not some ascended beyond eating like holy person. Like I like eating food, but I recognize the necessity of juice fasting. It's like I like going to house parties. I haven't done that for many years, but I like going to parties. But if I didn't clean the house, it wouldn't be a fun place to have a party. So you have to clean to enjoy. It's the same with your house, same with your car, same with your body. You have to do it. It's like the cleaning part isn't fun, but what you get, like, once you have cleaned, what a feeling that is, right? Like, once you clean your house, clean your room, clean your car, you're like, oh, wow, you're in the car. You're like, oh, look, it's so nice, all clean. It's the same thing with your body, exactly the same. You won't need to shower anymore. I had a shower earlier and I didn't feel any different. I just did it because I just needed to sort of wash my hair and I just used water for that. But I just didn't feel any different. I was like, my whole body feels exactly the same as it did when I got in the shower. And that happened last time I had a shower, like 3 days ago as well. There's no point. It gets to a point where there's no point showering. Same with washing your clothes. It gets to the point where you don't really do that. Even though it's hot here, so I do sweat. But that's the point. You just get clean. What did I spit? I was just mucus. Detoxing. What do I think about intermittent fasting? I don't think the problem is dehydration. What is intermittent fasting going to do for you? Like, you need to rehydrate. You need to be drinking a lot of liquid all day. Do I just eat fruits? No, no. I don't really like eating fruit. As weird as that sounds, I like juicing fruit and eating the rest of the fruit. But if I can, the only reason I was eating fruit before you saw those videos of me eating fruit is because I was transitioning. Because I had been in a phase of eating what I used to call 5D food. So I would I moved from there, and then I was eating the fruit. You were watching me transition, and now you're seeing me drinking. And this is back where I'm like in my comfortable place where I drink it. I don't eat fruit. I never eat fruit. I don't like eating fruit. I just like drinking fruit, and I'll eat other things. I've changed you. You cannot live like before. You eat fruit now. Yeah, I have that effect on people. Even people who know me, like when I meet people like in life, they're always like because I was staying at a hostel before, and all the people there started to like notice that I was eating fruit, and then people would come and sit next to me, and they'd be like, "Oh look, I just got some mangoes." Like they saw me doing it, and then they went out to do it and get their own fruit, which is really cool. And like people always want to question. They're always like, "Oh, do you just eat fruit?" It's like when no, well, it's like I say most of the time, yeah. So it's always shocking to people. People like that's how crazy it is to be healthy. You start eating the right food, and people are like, "Whoa, is that? Are you sure that's okay?" The amount of random people and there's a reason for this. Obviously, if you've watched my like more esoteric information, but random people are like, "Are you sure you don't want some rice? Are you sure you don't want some chicken? Are you sure?" Like all the time, random people are like, "You should." Like they look at me with like worry, and they're like, "Please eat some rice. Please eat some chicken," because they're the gatekeepers. They're not very good. Currently drinking watermelon juice and spitting in a bottle. You have to. Like if you have saliva in your mouth, you have to spit that out. You can't swallow that. Don't swallow that. That's your body's removing things that you don't even know exist. Let's put it that way. If you have that in your mouth, especially if when it comes out it's white, you do not want that in there. Let me tell you that. I'll leave it at that. How can you do some nasal breathing? Well, just close your mouth. I should get my hair cut and beard shaved. You would look a lot better. My appearance is irrelevant. What the fuck did you spit in block capitals? There's one. There's one of the gatekeepers. He needs to know. Like I know, like there's 165 people watching this. Guaranteed, there's a couple of them people, them people. But it's like, well, I don't even know what species it is. I don't mean you might not be you. You if you speak like I'm not don't mean to be rude to you, Cody. You said something in block capitals. It's just that kind of energy of like that, like what are you doing, and like being really scrutinizing it. It's weird because I don't care what anyone else is doing. I will never go up to someone and be like, "What is it you're doing? I really need to know." Like or like come right up to someone and like stare at their food like that. Like which they do to me. I know that kind of energy, and it's not what it appears. It's not like, oh, I just need to know what you. Just an innocent question. It's not that at all. You're trying to get through a watermelon. Don't force it. One whole watermelon is powerful. If you can, like, most people don't realize that. Like, half a watermelon even is powerful. People don't realize how strong it is. That's why I posted that video saying if you think you can handle stuff, try drinking watermelon juice all day. That's the most powerful way to detox. If you can get, I'm at the point now where I'm drinking like 3 or 4 or 5 watermelons a day. I'll never eat that many, but when you juice it, you can drink that many. There's no Atlas Prophylax in your area. It is worth moving or traveling for it, definitely. So mucus is the main blocker. Yeah. Mucus is the problem. Mucus is what disease is. If you have a disease, it's because you have mucus. Your body wouldn't have disease if it didn't have blockages in it. It is that simple. Look at this Rick guy, like copying and pasting that. I should get my haircut. You really, it's three times I've seen that comment. You really want me to I'm going to stop. Any comments on my appearance, I don't even usually read them. I'm growing my hair and beard out. I'll just leave it. It's like your hair is it's like an antenna. To get your hair cut is like spiritual castration. That's why in the army they shave people's hair. It weakens you if you shave it. Yeah, exactly. Hair is energetic. Thoughts on vaping? Okay, if you get water and vaporize it, and it turns into steam, it will turn back into water on whatever surface it touches. Right? In a vape, you have oil. You're vaporizing oil, and it's going in your lungs and turning back into oil. Do you want oily lungs? What do I suggest for a type 1 diabetic? It's the same thing I would suggest for anyone. Clean your body. What is type 1? Is that the one you're born with, or is that the one that you get? Either way, diabetes is an inability to process sugar due to blockages, and you can inherit blockages from your mother. So, and there'll be like parasites and stuff triggered, like causing that in the baby. So that's why some babies are born with problems, because they inherited the waste from the mother. But the cure for everything is cleaning your body and realigning it. Get your atlas in, realign your body, and clean it. It's the cure for everything, literally everything. Can I tell you my lifestyle? Not really. I don't really know how to answer that, to be honest. It's more like, no, I can't even tell me it. My lifestyle is so weird. Like, I have the weirdest life ever. I don't know if you got that impression from watching my videos, but I don't really give that much away. I have a weird life. It's so weird, honestly. It's a wacky, like, it just turned, the last year, since I like turned, I turned 33 last year, and then it just got wacky. 33 is meant to be the male enlightenment age, and my life is just like the last year. It's just so wacky. Can you shock your body trying to flush and transition? Yeah, if you do it too much, too quickly. Like if you just say yes, you can detox too quickly. Basically, coffee causes major mucus. Not major mucus, but it definitely does. It's fats that cause the most mucus. Am I constantly feeling the connection with God, even while being focused on TikTok? Yeah, all the time. Am I happy? I am content, which is better than happiness. Because happiness is conditional. Because to be happy, you have to be happy. Do you know? Right, I know that sounds weird, but to be happy, you have to be happy. So your life has to be going all perfectly smoothly. But life doesn't, careful with the words, because it's like magic. But you know how life is. So it's better to be content and accepting of whatever happens, knowing that it's all for your highest benefit and that you are on your best path, and using it all for positivity and growth, than it is to just focus on being happy. Because happy is fleeting, but contentment is everlasting if you have the right attitude. When you clean your body, how many times do you go number 2 a day? Quite a few times. When did I start this lifestyle? About 5 years ago. Do I leave the seeds when I juice the watermelon? Yeah, but then they come out in the pulp thing. So the juicer just gets the juice out. So they just come out of the other end. Don't look crazy healthy for being crazy healthy. I'm in the middle of a cleanse. You do it. Go and do a cleanse and tell me. Go and look in the mirror. Get midway through one and go and look in the mirror and tell me how you look. You'll be surprised at how you look. And if you saw how I used to look, you'd think that how I look now is a miracle. I'm awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like this. I like a comment every now and then. Someone's just saying something nice without asking a question. I like that. Hi, Martin. Hello, friend. People stare in your grocery cart. Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. They're interested. They care a lot about what you're eating, because everything is contingent on what you do with your body. Their whole thing is like they need your body, but if you decide to figure out how to clean it, then they're gonna pay attention to you, because they need you to not know how to do that. And that's really important to understand. Can I explain the psyllium bentonite use? And you should have it all days or just 6 days. What do you mean? You mean, yeah. So you want to get to like day 10 of a juice fast before you even think about putting that in your body, because it's very dehydrating and you have to be really in the process to do that. So unless you're like deep in a juice fast, I wouldn't even think about it. Do I think soulmates and soul ties are real? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you connect in the spiritual before you do in the physical. I wonder, like, I know, like, it's weird because I know who mine is, and I haven't spoken to them for maybe 8 years. It's crazy. I don't know how to explain it, but you just know, and I always wonder if they know as well. Because if you're watching, that would be really trippy if you could just let me know. But she would have no idea that I was thinking that that's who it is. But you connect in the spiritual because there are many reasons, but like many reasons for like your own safety as well, and all of these things, because that's the number one most powerful force in the world, is that union of like a really powerful divine being and their counterpart. That's the most powerful thing in the world. There's nothing more powerful than that. So when that happens, that's not good for the baddies. So they don't necessarily want you to do that. How do I communicate with God? Same way I communicate with you. A little more different, but the same, just very direct. It's very direct. Oh, confetti. Thank you. I got confetti. How's my biofield? Thank you. There you go. That's God communicating with me. Saying, hold on a minute. Do some breathing for a second. Do you see what I'm saying? How the intuition works? Who controls the world? Can't say right now. Just as a joke. It's got to be very intentional, yeah. You keep hearing loud exhaust whenever you feel in a very good frequency, like when you're at a break point. Yeah, you should use the environment. Like, the environment responds to you. It's globe or flat. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much. It does, probably, to be fair. If you go to great lengths to make up a bunch of stuff, I'm not saying anything. I don't know. Like, you, you tell me. Like, but if you go to great lengths to, because either way, one of them's like, they both make a lot of sense. Except the sun is definitely not 93 million miles away. That's just like, you can just use your brain and look at it, and you'll see that it's not 93 million miles away. Just saying. But I don't know. It doesn't really matter. What are my thoughts on protein, like for muscles, hair, skin, organ maintenance? You don't need that much protein. I've already said this, but you can get all the protein you need if you clean your body and eat the right food. But if you have a bunch of oil and fat and gunk in your body, you are going to be reliant on nutrition. Someone said leave his hair alone. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Authentic Destin, for the gift. You keep hearing loud. Oh, I read that one. Sorry. By the way, I already said, but if I don't get to your comment, I am really sorry. There's just so many. Someone said something about Israel. Probably, I don't care about. I don't like. I'm not the guy for that stuff. Basically, I don't know about war, like all that. I never like. I just gloss over it. Like I was scrolling through YouTube just a minute ago, and there was like war breaking news. I don't even see it. It's like my brain just skips over it because about 5 or 6 years ago I spent so much time obsessively watching like Reddit and the news and all the headlines that I just burned out on it. This is how I do things. I do things so intensely that I get through them quickly. So I went through that phase really quickly, and now I can't even look at it because I know it's all made up, mostly made up, 95% made up. It's all fake. And you might say, yeah, there were wars, but even just to let you know, can I say that? Am I allowed to say that? No. Okay, that's okay. Don't worry. What about deworming? Just clean your body and don't worry about that. Where do you learn esoteric knowledge? You you have to. If you want to know, like a lot of people say, like, "Oh, I wish I knew what you knew." It's like, well, then you'd have to do what I've done. I don't know if you want that. Just be grateful that there are people who have it. Like esoteric knowledge comes from going through things, basically. Is it real? Someone controlling the world? Well, not just one. Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. Can't speak about that. I mean, can you control your destiny? Yes, to an extent. You always get what you want. Let's put it that way. You always get what you want in life. Whatever you want in your life, you're always going to get it. And you've probably noticed this. Whenever you want something and you want it consistently, not just a fleeting want that goes away, but something that you want consistently, you always get it. You might have to go through stuff and grow and learn before you get it, but you always get it. That's a key law of life here. Like it's a fundamental law of life here. You always get what you want. And that's just, it might not come around in the way that you want it or the way that you thought it would, but you always get what you want eventually. Have I been to Costa Rica? I have not. Have I been to Pakistan? I have not. The fruits have been sprayed. Yeah, they have, but they still heal you. This is what I'm saying. If you clean yourself with fruits, even if they're the most GMO pesticide fruits you've ever seen, they will still heal you. I did a 96-day juice fast with the most pesticided, chemical-covered grapes in the supermarket, and I wasn't even washing them. I was just chucking them in the juicer, and they had thick white chemical on them. Because at the time I didn't care. It was like 5 years ago. I was coming from like an extreme. It didn't matter to me, and it still healed me profoundly. So don't worry about that too much. Would I go to space? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just go. Okay, I don't necessarily know if that exists or not. I'm not saying it does or doesn't. I'm not saying it does or doesn't. I don't want to start this globe and flat thing because I know how that gets. But I'm just saying it's a fishy story. What's the most underrated conspiracy theory? Underrated? What do you mean? Like, most of them, do you want them, like, the most underrated conspiracy theory is that, like, people tend to, in the conspiracy world, people tend to believe that it's all just evil. But there's equal amounts of good as there is evil. If there's bad secret societies planning shit, there's good secret societies planning shit. This is just the way the universe works. So you always have balance. So the most underrated conspiracy theory is that there aren't any good people, which there are. There's an equal amount. They just don't parade themselves like the bad people do. How long has it been since I've had a proper job? What do you mean a proper job? Like, so that's a union working class man there. You need to get a job. Mate, I'm helping the world in a very profound way, I believe. That is my job. I'm here to heal and help people. The biggest lie is the forbidden fruit. Fruit is straight from God. You're meant to eat from the fruit. I agree. Fruits are a manifestation of joy. You have chronic kidney disease and can't urinate due to dialysis. Please hope you can't drink a lot. You're going to have to transition. It's fats blocking up your body. Like kidney disease, whatever disease it is, whatever label they put on it, it's just blockages in different areas of the body. So if you have anything wrong with you at all, you need to clean your body. So you transition with carbohydrates. You cut out all fats and animal products, and you have carbohydrates: bread, rice, pasta, sugar, fruit, juices, honey, all that kind of thing. And then you eat like that and move towards the ideal. And as you do that, the oils and fats will leave your body, and you will get more thirsty as time goes on. And then you can start flushing. And then your kidneys will probably be thick with mucus and blockages. And that's what they call kidney disease. It's just blockages and mucus. And that's the same for all diseases, blockages and mucus in different areas of the body. You have to transition yourself. When I talk about transition, it's really important that you do it. Most people are like, oh, I saw you eating nothing but fruit and I started doing that. Don't just do that. I've been doing this for a long time. Like, you have to transition yourself because, like you said, you can't drink a lot because your body can't process it because there's so many blockages in there, especially around your kidneys. So that's why you have to slowly do it. You get to the point where you can drink more, but you have to clean your body out. Is astrocartography relevant? Yeah, I use it. It's really good. Astrocartography is great. You can get your map from astroseek.com and then just give it to like ChatGPT and it will tell you exactly it'll tell you the best locations in the world for you to visit. You say you know scientists who have been dead for making a cure to cancer. Wait, what cancer is a collection of toxins that the body can't get rid of. It's a blockage, like all disease. Cancer isn't bad. People, they've been labeled as cancer as like this horrible thing. Chemotherapy is what messes with people. People get cancer and they don't even know they got it. And then they get chemo, and that's what starts the process of them, like they lose their hair and like they get sick and they can't get out of bed. That's chemotherapy because cancer is acids in a place that the body can't get rid of due to blockages. So it collects them all in a ball of toxins with a bunch of parasites. And then what they do with chemo is they burn it, which is like radiation. So it's like trying to put out a fire with more fire. Do you see how like it doesn't make any sense to do that? So the cure for cancer is the same as the cure for everything else. It's cleaning your body. This is what I'm saying. All disease is blockages. And it depends what you're eating now, which will determine what you need to do. Yeah, it depends what you're eating now, which will determine what you need to do to clean yourself. But most people need to go on carbohydrates, almost everyone, and transition yourself that way. And anyone who wants personal guidance, you can book a call. There's a link in my bio, and I do calls if you want to do that. Astrology, yeah, it's cool. I do human design readings as well, which is astrology based, and that's like an exact science. It's amazing. Why is our atlas not aligned by default? Ooh, that's gross. um, why is our atlas not aligned by default? It just isn't. There's many theories. You can draw your own conclusions. It's genetic, which means that it's passed down from the parent. So that means that it was done to a group of people, and then that's kind of branched out from there. I don't know what's happened, but that's my theory. But I'm not 100% sure. There's many theories. What do I say about relationships in the spiritual path? Yeah, twin flames are real. What's on the menu today? Watermelon. Watermelon. Getting paid by God. Yeah, literally. How can you claim immortality yet back it with no proof? I don't need to prove anything. Your soul knows already. Anyone, like the people that resonate with it, will just resonate with it. And when someone's like, prove it, prove it, I don't care. You listen to me or don't. Like in 50 years, the people that listen to me are going to be glad they did. And then the people that didn't are going to be like, wow, I should have listened to that guy back then. Like, but you can only see, if you have ears to hear it, you have ears to hear it. It's like that. Do I believe the body has a chemical equilibrium that keeps it so that the elements balance? Yeah, if you clean it and realign it, but you're not going to be truly in balance until it's fully realigned and truly clean. And that's a long process and takes years. That's why no one relaxes. That's why half the world's in fight or flight, or most of the world. Everyone's all frantic doing stuff all day. People can't sit still. Most people can't sit with themselves for 10 minutes because the body's all misaligned. It's got blockages in it and emotions people aren't confronting. So you have to confront all that. Detoxing your body is a process of emotional cleansing. You get the emotions out because the water in your body holds memory. So when you start replacing that water, the old water comes out and you feel that emotion and you process it. That's how it works. You had a cat die yesterday, and I heard you thinking about mortality. Where did he go? Nowhere. To a different vibration in the light spectrum. He literally, everything is here. Everything is here. It's just different vibrations. There's, it's like all stacked on top of each other. Kind of. It's like vibration. Say you can like stack sideways, so you can like vibrate into different realities like that. Do I believe in time and free will in a literal sense? I know that everything is connected and everything is the Tao and it's always flowing in a specific direction. But also, I believe that this is just a belief. What I just said is what I know. But what I believe is that at a certain point, you get to break free from the Tao, but only once you've been entrusted with enough wisdom to be a creator here. Because if you're able to influence reality in such a massive way, God's going to make sure that you can do it. Because he's not stupid. He doesn't like. Imagine if everybody was just in touch with their massive creator ability, it would be chaos. But it kind of already is. But the point is, I believe eventually you get to break free of the Tao and go against the flow consciously. But you have to be entrusted with that ability. Do I believe in alchemy and witchcraft? Yeah, witchcraft is a real thing. That's a thing. It's funny because non-magical people do witchcraft. If you have to do witchcraft, you're not a magical person. It means you have to do magic. If you are magic, you don't need to do magic. How do I know my atlas is realigned? Yeah, you just know. Like you go to them, they'll show you how it's misaligned. If you go to the Atlas Prophylax people, they'll show you how it's misaligned and then they'll show you how to realign it. Yeah, anyone on that website, on that directory of Atlas Prophylax, that's legit. Thoughts on parasite cleaning? Don't eat to kill. Even if it is parasites, do not eat to kill. Don't turn your body into a war zone. You have to love yourself and nourish yourself, and then any problems will take care of themselves like that, and they'll express themselves naturally and leave in their own time. Focus on yourself and focus on nourishment and cleaning. Do not eat to kill. Don't have that intention when you consume. Do I have thoughts on religion? Yeah, I just don't concern myself with religion. Religion is for people who don't have God. It's a collectivism thing. Because God, the way that God operates and the way that he, whatever it says in all the religious texts, some of it is relevant, but some of it I'm like I read it and I'm like, that's not God, like, because I know him personally. So when you have him, like, and it's a very direct relationship, like the same relationship that you can have with another human, very direct. When you have that, you don't need religion, and you see the folly of it. Why do you look better when you eat raw meat? Because you stop eating processed food, probably. Most people, when they do carnivore, they go into like health mode, and then they stop eating a bunch of processed food. So then they decide that carnivore is the best food, but really they just cut out the crap, but they're still eating meat. Do you need to take binders and stuff while on juice? Yeah, but not until you're on like day 10 of it. How should you start your spiritual journey? You've already started. You've never not. There is only spirituality. That's it. Spirituality is all that there is. Nothing else exists. How, can I tell you your thoughts on the pineal gland and how we're being suppressed? You're being suppressed by your breathing. That's it. Sitting in chairs, laying on beds, like eating the wrong food, getting yourself out of breath in the gym, like using workout machines to isolate muscle groups. What else? Like just so many things that you think are normal that are just not the best. It's all about your breathing. If you can breathe from your diaphragm here properly, if you sit in a chair, you're going to slouch like that, right? And you're not breathing properly. Even me, like now. But if you sit on the edge of a chair and sit up straight like that, the breathing changes. That's the proper breathing. You need to clean the intestines out to breathe properly. So that's how, if you want to know how you're being suppressed, it's your breathing. That's the key. What does do not need to kill me? Oh no, I said do not eat to kill. Am I an undercover CIA agent? I don't know. Do I look like one? How to check where to live with astrocartography? Yeah, astroseek.com. Thanks for the roses. Why would you choose watermelon as your one fruit? Why not mango? Because it's got the lowest density. It's the closest thing to water, so it's the most hydrating. It's lower in sugar as well. I'm not saying sugar's bad, but when you're cleaning, at a certain stage of cleaning, watermelon's good. It's all just different tools for different stages. Watermelon's fantastic because it's so hydrating. What led me down this path? I don't know. It just sort of happened. It just sort of happens. Religion is designed for you to worship someone other than yourself. Tap into yourself and you'll go, no. Like, God is separate. But God is within you, but you're not God. When people say that they're God, no one truly believes that because it's not true. And if you are in touch and communicating with God, you would know it as well. You would know that He is not you, but He is within you, and He is with you with everything you do, and everywhere, literally. But you're not God. Have I read the Quran before? I have not. Hello from Spain. Hello. Are we not all God, though? All things, everything and anything within existence. Now, that's the Tao. That's not what I'm talking about when I say God. The Tao is everything. The flow of everything. The oneness. The absolute. That's the Tao. That's not God to me. To me, as in the individual. Like, when I talk about God, I'm on about the creator of the earth. Not the formless flow that is all things. That's not what I'm talking about. I do recognize that. That's non-duality. That's the Tao. That's different. When I'm talking about God within the Tao, like I am within the Tao and you are within the Tao and we're separate and we can have a conversation. It's like God, me, you, the different individuals. The Tao is everything. How long do you typically transition for? Like 6 months is a good amount of time. Do I put sugar in every juice? No, I don't do that. Sugar's just... fruits have sugar in them anyway, so it's just like a nice booster. Start levitating right now. How do you know I'm not already? Do I recommend only wearing cotton clothing? Yeah, I'd wear it. Like, I wouldn't wear polyester. Yeah, Yahweh is the one true living God. I agree with you. That is the man, is Yahweh. Does a clean diet automatically get rid of mucus? Not automatically, but it does do it. Is bro not sitting in a chair? No, I'm levitating. How do you know the difference energy around you is good or evil? I don't know, you could just feel it. DWP corruption, big up. I like the name. Universal credit, mate. Fucking benefits, man. Love it, man. I used to be well a chaff, mate. I used to well speak like that. It still is in me. If I speak to someone from England, it comes out of me because that's how I grew up, like speaking like that, being on universal credit and that. Does a clean diet? No, it doesn't automatically do it. Speak about workouts and workout machines. Yeah, workout machines. Like you can lean your back on the workout machine, and then you can pump your chest harder because you're putting all your weight on your back on the machine. And all the machines are like that. So if you're on the machine, you're basically isolating muscle groups, and then you're putting your body out of balance because the body's a holistic system. So good exercises are calisthenics, like push-ups and pull-ups and stuff, because they don't isolate any muscle groups. You're doing everything yourself. If you've got the machine doing half of it for you, then you're creating imbalances. It's not good. What types of binders? Yes, psyllium husk and bentonite clay. Or if your astrocartography is in a big city and you don't resonate with the city you live in, it won't just give you one location, it'll give you loads. And you can type in, you can say, hey, tell me about this location, it'll tell you about that. So you can find somewhere good for you, no matter who you are. Is playing sports good for the body? Yeah, exercise is great. Just don't isolate muscle groups, like using machines and stuff. That's not necessarily the way to do it. Do you believe in Christ as an example to follow that's completely separate from religion? Look, you got to recognize, if Jesus was born here, which he was, then he would have to go through the same regular human stuff that we are all going through. You think Jesus is born as some glowing blue magic baby with a third eye visible? Like, it's not like that. He will go through the same things, but his consciousness would have come here with a specific purpose, and it will be powerful enough to transcend it all in one lifetime. That's the whole point. And then he can teach. The only reason that someone like Jesus is able to teach what he can teach and be relatable to everybody is because he's been through the shit. He's not like some perfect being that it may be perfect on the outside, but not perfect here. Just would have been just going through a normal human life, because that's the only way that a mystic will be taken seriously, is if they can tell you and talk to you about life. Because if not, what are you going to listen to them if they haven't lived the life? That's the whole point. How do you get rid of derealization? Stop eating sugar and fat. Get the acids out of your body. That's what it is. Derealization comes from acids. Sorry, one sec. What is my life path? I don't know. I think it's 9. I can't remember. What's the point in life? To evolve continuously, infinitely upwards. Do I eat mushrooms? Yeah, sometimes. But one time I cooked too many at once, and now I still remember that. It was about 2 years ago, and I got like 4 packs in one meal. And now I like overdosed on mushrooms now. Like, not those mushrooms, but like regular. Do you have any experience, or what's your opinion on gang? Oh. Hold on. Yeah, that would only be a problem for you if you don't know how to close your energy field. That's what makes you visible to those people. Psyllium husk and bentonite clay. What are the magic tools after getting the atlas realigned? Cleaning your body is the most magic tool there is. But there are other things that I can't really talk about here, if that makes sense. They're magic, though. Not what you think either. It's not natural either, but there's a magical thing that you can use that will realign your body. and I can't say what it is here, but there is a magic thing, and it is very magic. It's not natural, and they make it in labs, and it's just magic, and that's all I can say. What is that bottle spit tick? It's not a tick. I'm just getting mucus out. It's a tick. I'm spitting the bottle. Like I'm just getting mucus out. Like the fact that you're not doing that is crazy to me. The fact that you're not doing that is I mean, like it's like, are you okay? You need to. Are you sure you don't want to be spitting the mucus? Like any saliva you have in your mouth and mucus, you need to be spitting that out. Never swallow. Never swallow that. You never want to swallow that. The moon shit right now is fake, right? I don't know. The first I heard of it was today. Honestly, I saw it today. I was like, oh, they're doing a moon thing. Like, that's how much. Like I said earlier, that's how much I follow the news. I'm not a guy for like current events like that. I don't pay attention to that. I just completely like. They're so like a long time ago that I would have even been remotely interested in that sort of thing. Do I believe in possession? So I believe. I don't believe anything. Well, I do believe things, but you believe. You don't. You believe. Belief means you don't know. So you either know or you don't know. So you can strongly believe, which means that you don't know, or you can know. But do I believe in possession? I do not believe in possession. First time you see me inside. Yeah, I've been inside more lately. I'll go through phases where I'll be outside a lot and then inside. Can you take the binder if you have to take thyroid medication? I wouldn't take the binder unless you're on like day 10 of a juice fast. Don't just put binders in your body if you don't know what you're doing. You can't just you can, and that's the way you learn, unless you want to learn from someone else, but don't just put the binders in. They're going to dehydrate you. You need to flush properly first. Do you need a lot of sunlight for the juice cleanse? No. I did a 96-day juice fast in the middle of winter. What star system or dimension do you believe you originate from? The Pleroma, not a star system at all. Thank you for your wisdom. That's okay. Can I tell you how I gained my financial freedom? You have financial freedom. You always have what you need to do what you need to do. If you needed more, you would have more. To do what you need to do, not what you think you need, but to do what you need to do to get to the point where you can have more. And that you always have what you need. What percent of my DNA has been activated? Yeah, the same as anyone else, really. Probably a bit more because I've got some psychic, magical ability, if you want to call it that. I say it's ability because ability would imply that I'm consciously doing it, but it just happens. It's like a passive skill. You know, like in the game where you get passive skills and active skills. It's a passive skill. Like the psychic stuff is passive. It's not active. I don't have to assign it to any button. It just happens. What does not eat to kill mean? It means don't eat food with the intention of killing something. Like, if you're trying to kill a parasite, don't do that. Eat to nourish yourself. Do I believe that there are hybrids amongst us? Yes, I believe. And when I say I believe, it means I do not know. but I strongly believe to the point where I basically know. A lot of people on TikTok promoting, yeah, whatever, like promoting whatever it is to get rid of mucus. If you just take, it's like there's no magic button you can press to get healthy. You have to do the process. You have to do the work. And if there was a magic button you could press, it'd be like if you could press a button and it cleaned your whole house. Like, that doesn't exist. The satisfaction of cleaning comes from doing the work. To be fair, if there was a button I could press that cleaned my whole house, I would press it. You go to the gym, you need 150 grams of protein a day. No, you don't. You just think you do. And then you're going to say something like, oh, I'm bulking. No, you're not. You're just retaining water. That's why when you don't go to the gym for 4 days, you visibly lose muscle. Real muscle doesn't work like that. Like, if you don't go to the gym for like 4 days and a lot of people who are eating that much protein and are really addicted to the gym, they go like every day. Because if they don't go for 1 day, they start losing their gains, which is just water. Just water. Like, a lot of like really buff people don't have full range of motion because they're water here and here. They have water. So that's what that is. You don't need that much protein. What is it? Oh. Have I heard about Jack Cruise's work? No. How much mucus do you have? Will you clear all of it out? It takes a long time. You'd be very surprised. It takes a long time. Does spitting it make your mouth super dry? No. I've been drinking liquids all day. How you still got mucus in your body? Like I'm saying, you'd be very surprised. Where can you go to read upon to educate yourself to where I am? You'd have to live the life I've lived. Like, most of the information I have come from God and from living life. So there aren't books written about half of this stuff. I haven't even told you everything, but I kind of just say what I'm guided to say. Have I ever astral projected? Yeah, accidentally. I never did it on purpose. Someone said they watched me on Facebook. That's not me, by the way. There's an account posting as me on Facebook. I don't post there. That's not me. Any fruits you'd avoid? Yeah, banana. I don't eat banana. But that's just because it's really starchy. Have you figured out how to eat normal foods whilst keeping your body clean? Yeah, it's like they say that every alcoholic's dream is to find a way to still have it. So that's basically what that is. It's the food addict trying to find a way to still have the foods that make them sick. And I'm not like criticizing, because I tried for a long time. But it's like you get yourself in like a cycle of like cleaning and then making it dirty again, and cleaning, making it dirty again. It's just like, you might as well just keep it clean. Learn to love the foods that keep you clean instead of clinging onto the foods that were making you sick in the first place. And that's a process. It takes years. It takes years. Any advice for children? You're transitioning yours. It's the same sort of thing, really. You want to get any human on the healthiest food as quickly as possible, but you can't force them either. Children are really smart. They know exactly what to eat more than you know what they should eat. Like if you give a plate of food to a child and they're like, I don't want that bit, but I want that bit, you should listen to them. They are more in tune with their intuition than many adults are. And that's because they're closer to the source and they've got less of the conditionings of the world. So when your child says, I want this, don't be like, no, that's not good. Let them have it. They know better than you in most cases. What do I think about olive oil? It's paint. Oil makes the body retain moisture. And you don't want that. The water in your body holds memory. If you want to clean yourself, you have to get the paint off. Do I believe this earth is a trap for souls? No. I believe that it's very important to be intentional with language, but what we're doing here on earth now is reclaiming it because it's ours anyway. You know, kids that only eat McChicken nuggets. Well, that's different. You know what I mean? There's like what I just said about letting them eat. If you have a child if you've just been feeding them chicken nuggets since they were a baby, then they're only going to know chicken nuggets, and then they're only going to want chicken nuggets. But for like a balanced child that has vegetables and fruit and real home cooked food, then they know what to eat. Even then, like the child is going to learn from. It's interesting. I wouldn't know what I knew if I didn't go through what I went through with food and everything. So is it a good thing? That's a question. I don't have an answer. How come I haven't got a haircut? Well, because I've explained that I need to get a hat because then no one will ask me questions about my hair. Getting a haircut is like spiritual castration. It's your power. It's like power. Plus, there's always an awkward phase for people that grow their hair. I guess I'm in that phase now. But again, I don't think it looks too bad. As long as I point my face in the right direction at the camera, it's all right. Why did no one ever think about stuff? That's a good question. Where did you gain your knowledge? Just through living life. No salt at all during first transition. I wouldn't add it to anything. Let's put it that way. Don't like pour it on food. If it has a bit in there for now, if you're coming from like a Western diet, then you have to be realistic about cutting things out slowly so you don't feel like you're missing out on anything. I will be or are a great dad. Yeah, one day. I always thought that. But maybe in 50 years or something. Enjoy your day. Thank you. But yeah, cool. Thank you for listening to me. I'm going to end the live now, but hopefully you found that useful. And if anyone wants help detoxing their body and transitioning, you can check my videos, or there's a link in my bio. If you click that, we can have a one-to-one call and I'll show you exactly what to do based on what you're eating now and develop a plan and do it that way. That's what I've been doing for people. People really love it. So if you want to do that, let me know. Or just click the link in my bio. But thank you very much. And I don't do lives often, but I'll probably do this again. It's fun to answer questions and speak to everyone. So thank you and speak to everyone soon.